What does it mean to live with a fire in your heart? The fire in your heart is your spirit, and living from the fire in your heart means to live constantly with inspiration, passion, enthusiasm, vitality, and creativity. You can have these qualities on all the time. And if you don't, if you believe that your inspiration and your creativity is something that just comes from time to time and it's luck and it's some kind of external factor or influence that governs when you feel inspired and when you feel creative, it's because you have handed over that responsibility to an external factor, to God, to the universe, to something completely random. But your inspiration and your creativity, your passion, your enthusiasm, these are qualities of your spirit. And cultivating your inner fire is your responsibility. And you can do that. You can keep your inner fire alive. You can feel alive all the time. To be driven from within, to feel alive from within, this is a way of life. This is an attitude. And it happens when you do certain things. The first of them is replacing the fire under your butt with the fire in your heart. The fire under your butt is a metaphor for all the fear, shame, guilt, the beliefs and the stories which come from compulsions and obligations which are planted in you and given to you by the culture, by people around you, by your environment. People who tell you that this is what you need to do, this is how things are, this is how it has to be. When you buy into all of that, what is happening is that is lighting a fire under your butt, and you're being driven and pushed by this external fire in the direction that culture wants you to go. It tells you that you have to pay your bills. It tells you that you have to live a certain way, that you have to keep growing in your corporate career, that you have to keep growing your business, that you have to meet certain targets, you have to do this, you have to do that. You should love your family, you should be happy with your friends. But when all of this becomes an obligation, a compulsion, it ends up killing your inner fire. It ends up killing what feels true to you within. And it all starts becoming heavy. And this heaviness is nothing but the obligation and the compulsion which you have bought into, which you have come to believe, and which you are carrying with you all the time. And it's optional. You can drop these obligations and compulsions at any time. Choosing to believe them is up to you. You can instead live from the fire within you. That is a choice that you have to make. Your obligations and compulsions can be traded for inspiration and passion that's alive within you all the time, where you want to do the same things, but it comes from within, it comes from the fire within you, and where you get to choose who are the people that you love, who are the people in your life, what feels aligned to you, what is the job or the business that feels aligned to you, how much do you want to grow it, what direction do you want to grow it, where do you want to take it, what makes you feel like you are in your zone of genius, to feel like you love sharing your gifts with the world. That is what happens when you cultivate your inner fire. When you protect your inner fire from all of these external forces and pressures and obligations and compulsions. Because what happens is that the more that you feed that external fire, that energy is being taken away from your internal fire. And slowly it just keeps dimming and dulling until you stop feeling the aliveness and the enthusiasm for life. And life just becomes robotic and monotonous. Your environment is one of the key factors because a lot of the obligations and compulsions come from your environment. When you surround yourself with people who are feeding their own fire, who are in their own inspiration and passion, you automatically feel more inspired and passionate from within because you're seeing everyone else do it. They are not telling you that you have to do it. They're not telling you you can do it. They don't need to do anything. Them just being in their fire brings you into your own fire because seeing them is like, yeah, even I want to be this way. Even I want to live this way. I want to feel alive. I want to feel inspired. And I'm going to listen to what my inspiration is saying because guess what? Your spirit is there all the time. It's guiding you all the time. Its voice is softer than these external forces, but it's there all the time. You can choose to tune in and listen to it. And the more you do, the more you amplify its voice and the louder it gets, and it becomes easier to listen to. And this is an attitude that you bring to every area of your life. The moment you choose an attitude of heaviness towards any area of your life, it dulls your spirit. If you start feeling like, oh, it's a chore to cook food, it's a chore to keep my house clean, why do I have to cut my hair? Why do I have to trim my beard? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do that? If you bring that heaviness, you are dimming your spirit because what you're saying is, I don't want to. But your spirit, your sense of aliveness is there in everything. Your vitality is there in everything. When you tune in, and you have the right attitude, you want to do everything. You want to take care of yourself. You want to love yourself. You want to cook great food for yourself. You want to keep your environment, your house clean. You actually want to do it and you have the energy to do it. And you feel that I want to do this. I have the passion to do this. So having the attitude of passion and inspiration and vitality and desire in everything that you do is the mindset shift, is the attitude shift that brings more aliveness, that brings more spirit and more fire into every aspect of your life. When you learn to bring that attitude everywhere, you what you're doing is that you're cultivating a fire. So turn off that fire under your butt and turn on and ignite more of the fire in your heart. If you want to practice this with a group of people who are living from inspiration and passion, and you want to receive support and you want to keep receiving these spiritual mastery trainings, I have created a group called Pandaland on Telegram. It's available for free. The link is in the description, and I hope to see you there and hope to see you bringing your fire to this group. Thank you for watching. Drop your comments and questions below, and I'll be looking forward to getting back to them. And see you in the next few videos where I'll be talking more about awakening your spirit, awakening your fire. Thank you for watching.